Town community called Brooklyn was once home to Black Wall Street in Charlotte. And because of urban renewal, well, that neighborhood is now long gone. But a business incubator encourages entrepreneurs, much like prominent Brooklyn businessmen did. Queen City News reporter John Lee tonight tells us how the legacy of those movers and shakers carries on.
The lessons of history can be sobering, but at the same time, the past provides an empowering blueprint in uptown Charlotte. In what was once the thriving Brooklyn community, a building on South Brevard Street is an essential focal point.
So this is some material that I'm working with.
Up on the third floor, a business incubator helps folks like Gordon Holliday, who's a sustainable designer. He uses scraps and other materials that are often overlooked.
So basically, I take one person's excess and make it someone's excess. Cut out a sample cut. The name of my company is Roulé, and it stands for Rule Over Our Lives Every Day. And this is one of my pieces that I created. Any cool things I could find, I really wanted to play with color theory.
The work being done today mirrors what happened here a century ago.
The incubator concept was in this building, was started by the founders in the 1900s.
The founders of the Mecklenburg Investment Company were accomplished black businessmen. Monique Douglas, executive director of the nonprofit Brooklyn Collective, says the venue now carries on their legacy.
And we are very intentional about the types of businesses that we incubate here, because we want people that are not just coming in because they're looking for office space, but really they're looking to be a part of the greater mission of what we do here.
The predominantly African-American Brooklyn community in Charlotte was once described as a city within a city. In the late 1860s, emancipated slaves established the neighborhood known as Logtown. Then, of course, it was eventually called Brooklyn, as in the New York borough.
This neighborhood in its heyday was very prosperous.
But in the 1960s and 70s,
Community was lost.
the area was demolished as part of urban renewal.
Now we had the city wanting to take over this land, remembering that Brooklyn was expansive, that we're talking about over 1,400 homes, over 275 businesses.
Only 4 Brooklyn buildings remain, including the one that housed the Mecklenburg Investment Company. It's a place where local black leaders often gathered.
It's amazing, especially this floor. A lot of fraternities, sororities, civil rights groups, and leaders will meet right here on this third floor. So sometimes I feel that essence, I feel that energy to put that into the work as well.
The business incubator is also the home of a nonprofit, From One to Some. Nate Freeman Jr. created it in honor of his father.
My father, who was a single parent that raised 2 boys in Fayetteville at Fort Bragg, he passed away a few years ago from prostate cancer. I wanted to honor him because he was a great man. And we started a nonprofit that helps single families, but we specialize in helping single fathers.
The sense of collaboration continues. It's part of the fabric of this community. And as history here shows us, working together makes finding success less work and more rewarding.
The building has got a lot of connections here.
In Charlotte, John Lee, Queen City News.
And you look at the beautiful art there. Well, the Brooklyn Collective also has an art gallery. The latest exhibit, The Renaissance of Brooklyn, will be on display through April the 20th.